Crokinole is a very fun game that requires the smoothest of board faces. And every once in a while, you'll come across an issue where the board isn't perfectly smooth, either through the course of play or through atmospheric interference with the clear coat that is on top of the board. There are many different reasons why your board may not be perfectly smooth. This video is designed to provide the means and the education on how to correctly repair the board without damaging its face and hindering your play style. The first thing that you're going to need is a very, very low grit sandpaper. In this instance, I am using a 3000 grit paper with a little handheld sanding block. If you don't have a sanding block, just wrap it around any type of block or flat surface. You want the surface to be perfectly flat because you don't want to scratch and leave any type of marred face after you're done with the repair. Once you have the sandpaper and the block, lay the sandpaper on the board, and without applying any pressure, let the block be the weight, let the block be the pressure of the sandpaper, and simply small circles, kind of like the Mr. Miyagi training in Karate Kid. You just want to do really small, slight circles. Sand the floor. But you want to, even if the imperfections are only right in this area, you want to do the entire face of the board to make sure that you have a smooth, even, and uniform play face. Otherwise, you could introduce your own imperfections into the board that you don't want to do. So you want to go all the way through and all the way around and get back to where you began. At that point, you will lift the face, and if you'll notice, there are some white flecks on your sandpaper. Those white flecks are parts of the clear coat of the board. You want to brush those off lightly because those could actually introduce micro scratches that will show up on your board. It won't really impact your play, but it'll slightly deface that that really clean sheen that you have on the board itself. Once you remove that, take your fingers and lightly brush across and make sure that all of those imperfections, that's perfect, all of those imperfections are gone and that you have a perfectly smooth, perfectly playable surface. At this point, you're going to want to go ahead and re-wax the face of that board and make sure that you're doing that relatively frequently because the wax will protect and will help the face of that board provide the best sliding surface, and also will help protect that clear coat that's laid across the surface of that board. I hope that helped.